Welcome back to All the Things Real. I'm Mel and I'm your host, and I like to keep things real. So I dive deep into the real lives of the real stories of people in the East Valley and beyond. We are looking for people that are in residential real estate, commercial developments, entrepreneurship, mental health, interior design. We are just designing our lives, and no topic is going to be too real. Follow me, Melissa. I'm a native of Arizona. We're going to keep it real. Hi, guys. Welcome to All the Things Real. Today, I'm joined with Jessica Sarkissian.
Very good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you. We go back a bit. When I launched my podcast, I had planned to have her on in 2024, and I had the chance to go on her podcast, which was so fun. She's so professional, which is not, I'm the opposite. I'm fun.
Yeah. Or just, I don't know. I just kind of sometimes throw it together too. I don't feel like, because you guys all this set up and it looks beautiful,
No, but yours,
and I'm like, let's just go.
I feel like you're a professional. That I took all the tips.
I just sent you questions. That was it.
So, how are you? Since I've seen
good.
you.
It's been a while, and oh my gosh, manifested. You manifested
I know.
so much. It's awesome.
I know.
Congrats.
It still looks all my manifestation on the wall over there, my inspo.
Yeah.
You too, though. There's a lot of changes going on. So
Yeah.
tell everyone a little bit about your background and what brought you to doing what you do now, and then we'll talk about your new transitions. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I am a land planner, and most people have no idea what that means. So I do entitlements, which is the paperwork that happens before you build a project. And it works for, vacant property as well as existing property. I actually was just at someone's house today. They're putting a garage on, and I was helping them get permit variances, so changing their setbacks and stuff that the city wants. And so I do all of that kind of stuff, and I've worked for the public sector, private sector firms, and about a little over 7 years ago, I started my own firm in Mesa called Upfront Planning and Entitlements, and just happened a little over 7.5 years ago, like I said, and been loving it, being my own person. It works great with kids, I like doing whatever you need. Your own schedule. It's amazing, and it's been really successful throughout the state. And did the podcast, which is still going.
Your podcast name is Upfront.
I know, it's so original, Upfront Planning. It's just, I couldn't think of anything else, but it's pretty upfront. That's how I got my name. Actually, that's how one of my friends named my company for me. He's like, well, you're just upfront. I was like, I don't know, think about it. And I'm not going to go get a client and say, I can do this when I really don't think it's going to work.
Right.
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was thinking upfront we had something to do with land and time.
Well, it's done upfront. I'm very upfront. And then I wasn't sure about it. And then it was tax season. And it was like a H&R Block ad on the side of the road said, do your taxes up front. And I'm like, oh, it's a sign. Literally and figuratively, I needed to go pick it up and steal it and be like, this is my sign.
Okay.
So I was
That's
like,
awesome.
definitely take the, the karma and all that stuff with it. And it was, so I've been doing that. It's been going great. My kids, it's crazy because even my youngest son, he's, it was right when he was little, and now he's getting bigger, and he's like, I don't know what it's going to be like when you don't have your office anymore. I'm like, it'll be fine. You'll survive.
Was your office close to your house?
My first one was.
Okay.
Because especially during COVID, because I started in 2019.
Okay.
So when COVID hit, I was like, I need out. These people are killing me. So I got a little executive suite near my house. It was great. But then I needed help to grow. And it's really hard to get people to go all the way to East Mesa.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my interns were coming from ASU, and they're like, that's really far. So I found this great place off of Alma School and the 60. It's a garden suite and stuff, and it's really nice because I'm a plant person. How old you get, and it's like you're either a literature, plant person, cat person, I don't know, whatever. So I have plants now, and
I love that for you. This poor plant next to you, we just trimmed it.
It was doing great.
I forgot that it was real. And I'm like, oh crap, has anyone watered it since we moved?
I have a couple of those. I'm like, I think you can just, especially if you don't water them for a long time, like one's in my office, like baby, and then I leave for 2 weeks and they're like, oh, this is amazing. She's not here. We're not soaked and drowning.
Okay. Yeah, I forget every time. I'm not going to remember. I can barely remember to drink my own water.
Oh my gosh. I know. I'm like, coffee count, liquor count. I don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't have time for more coffee.
Then I'll be jonesing. I can definitely feel it by the end of the day. I'm like, oh,
really?
I had too much. I should stop.
Do you ever do decaf?
No, they make that. No.
I know.
What's the point?
That's what I don't know, because I feel like that'd be a waste of calories.
I mean, if you're gonna have coffee and
do it right,
do something different with it. I mean, then just put vodka in it.
Yeah.
Or Bailey's and Amaretto is my
Then
fave.
it turns into happy hour and it's an espresso martini.
Exactly.
Except I did go to this place that Connor was telling me to go try it for burgers, and it's breakfast as well. What's it called? Bad Jimmy's.
Oh.
And so, but it's like 10 a.m. and I'm like, I had ordered an espresso martini because I was like, I do want a coffee, and this sounds delicious. It doesn't sound well with a burger, but I'll just drink it before my burger comes. It's like a Bloody Mary.
It's like the new Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
I think it should be acceptable.
I mean, they told me what was in it, and I was like, oh, it's dairy free. Just has some liquor, has some orange. Like, I'm fine.
You're good.
Coffee, right? Okay, so you've been doing this for 7 years, and now we have a big change.
Yeah, I decided. Well, I've been working with a company I've been actually doing what I do for a little over 23 years.
Yeah.
And this company, as soon as they knew I started my own company, they were like, oh, well, why didn't you talk to us first? Like, you can come work for us. And I was like, no. I need the flexibility. I have young kids, because I have 4 kids. And then I'm like, I need to be able to do what I need when I want, and just detox a little bit from like work a little bit. And of course, I don't know how to do that. Probably like high achieving, just want to like always win, you kind of thing. So, So yeah, they've been trying to get me to talk to them for a while, and so finally this past, winter, we had lunch, our annual lunch, to see if they can bring me over, and they're like, "What do you need?" I was like, "Flexibility and this and that," and then I've been having some trouble. I mean, it's just difficult sometimes as a single business owner to collect invoices. So I was just like having trouble at the time, and I've been having it for like last year, just getting clients to, and I'm like, why am I making this harder on myself? Like, why am I fighting having to do like all the, like, cause on top of this, with what I do a lot of public sector work. So that means you have to do these proposals to each jurisdiction. You're competing for this money for projects. And each of these projects takes at least 40 hours to create the proposal, to send it and then not maybe get it or something. And so I'm like,
it's like real estate.
It's like, yeah, like all this stuff you're doing. I'm like, wait, I could have somebody handling the marketing, the invoicing, all that stuff, like taxes, insurance. Like, why am I making it harder on myself? Especially when I'm like at the point where I'm like, I care, but I'm like, I'm more of that. My tolerance level for things is a lot less. Being above 40 is higher end. I'm like,
there's no room.
I don't know if you're allowed to curse or anything, but I was
like, there's a lot of beep, but they're really not. I guess we don't beep,
my goal on my podcast was to be explicit, to like, I wanted to get the explicit warning. I was like, one of them I think I got. I was so excited.
I feel like that would be a huge accomplishment, because again, you're such a professional that I'm like, you would never.
I was like, no, we're not going to say, we'll be good. And then I'm like, nah,
all the things. I love that.
But yeah, so I'm going to be transitioning, and because I have my own firm and I have like long-standing client projects, all my clients know, but it's like a process of like slowing down on some of those, closing them out. Then I still have a year on, oh my gosh, the dealing with closing out contracts on like my printer, my office lease.
Oh my gosh.
Even my postage meter, like dumb things you wouldn't think about. And Adobe, you have to like figure out, like those are yearly contracts, and I have to terminate them early.
So do you sublease all of that?
So all of them I had a year left on. So I'm still figuring out the office. So if anyone needs to sublet a really cool office, it comes with the desks that I bought that I can't take out of my office.
They were built inside.
They're very nice, I have to say. And then I had to argue with the printer company, Canon, because they wanted me to pay it out in full. I'm like, listen, I'm closing. I can't pay this out in full. Yeah. And then the stamp company, I'm sending that back, had to pay that out, gosh. So it's just all the stuff that you're like, it's gonna, so I'm just hoping I can get my lease taken care of, or someone else will take it, so I don't have to pay money to work for somewhere else.
So is it a guaranteed then, though, like if this new company is doing it all for you, then also like for sure a salary or
Oh yeah,
a check?
it's a set salary. Yeah.
Even if
so
you
which
don't
is
get
nice.
accepted proposals?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because proposals take a long time. It's kind of like people need to see your name like 4, 5, 20 times before they accept it, right? But I already have contracts and things like that, so some of those will transfer. Some of them are being extended. So, and I've got a lot of private sector work.
Okay.
So I specialize a lot in Pinal County, and that's like a huge growth area now with TSMC and Casa Grande Industrial growing and stuff. So yeah, I've got a lot of projects coming over. They're getting a good deal. They know it.
Yeah.
It's gonna go great. I'm excited, and it just opens up the opportunity for like me to have people work with me on stuff, so it's not just me.
Yeah.
And losing my mind. And yeah.
Do you let's go back into your own space and being alone and doing everything alone. Tell me, because I know my own, whatever feelings with always being my own boss, but like what is that like for you? And is that one of the main force? Like, did you miss that like collaborative?
I'm an introvert now.
Okay.
People say I'm not, but there's a new word for it. I forget that came out. It's like an introvert that has to pretend they're an extrovert because of our careers where you have to learn it. So it's super exhausting. Like I am done at the end of the day, or I like have to go and hide, or I have my Audible smut, or something.
Okay.
but yeah, I don't mind. I like the quiet, just having my own space.
My ring.
I know, you don't need a ring. But I kind of like that whole space, but then it's like when I'm ready to come out to the public and see people, I'm like, all right,
you're prepared.
I'm prepared.
Yeah.
I'm ready. But being in offices with so many people, like jurisdictions and, 100 people companies, I did like it, but it also is a distraction. You try to get work done, and then there's always that one person that comes over and you're like trying to be nice, like, get away. I'm working. My kids right now are that when I go home, right? It's like, what are you doing? I'm like, if I can actually get this done right now, we can play later.
Right.
And so, but the thing is, you have that as adults too, right? So I loved having my own place. I had like just a couple people, and I usually would have them not in the office with me all the time. So they'd be in a meet 2 or 3 days a week so that I can have my space to just focus. So yeah, it's going to be different. My office will probably be definitely a little bit away from people, but I'll still have like,
When they said, what do you want? What do you need? Is that part of it? You're like, I need to be alone in the corner.
I need some quiet time. No, it was, because I know it's an office, and that's what I'm like, I'm still nervous about it, but I did like the background. I interviewed some of their current their employees. I interviewed past employees, clients, like back and forth, because actually I didn't even think to do that, but I'm in a leadership group thing, and they're like giving me all these ideas to bounce it off of, and in their cone of silence. And we're just like, how do you make sure it's a good fit? Because I've been duped before. They say you're going to get this and this is going to be a certain way, and then it's not. And I did not want to shut down a company for something that wasn't what I wanted. Right. So I'm really excited. I know the people there. I worked with them. I brought them in on some of my projects so we could work together to see what it's like.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm happy, excited.
Yeah. It's a good change.
It's a good change.
Yeah. I always imagine like, okay, what would it be like to go back to work for someone again? And
corporate,
and then sometimes though I'm like dream about it. I'm like,
I
would just like to make a latte at Starbucks sometimes.
Oh my! We all have our dreams. Is like, I just want to work at a counter and just be done at the end of the day and clock out mentally. Yeah. How nice is that?
Or like don't you ever wonder when you're like going through a drive-through and they mess up and they still take back that free drink, and I just think, if I were you, I would give all the free shit. Why are you not?
Yeah.
Well,
when I worked for a bakery, I was like, no, that's mine. I'm taking it home at the end of the night. I was like, oh, I dropped the cake again. My bad.
I need food.
I need solid chocolate fudge cake to go home.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So with this change though, it sounds like you'll have more flexibility, and that's nice as a mom, like, for the kids and stuff.
In theory, I will see. I don't know. Yeah. It's been almost 8, 7.5 years.
Yeah. But also though, like your schedule, I don't know how you do it besides work, because you literally drop like, oh yeah, I'm in that group and I'm on that board and I'm in this thing. First of all, give us the list of what you're involved in right now. And then like, how the fuck are you doing it? I don't understand. Like and
I get that, yeah.
They're still waiting for something. Like I was gonna do something with the historic board. I think they're waiting on me. I don't know.
Because you need to fill my spot.
Yeah,
you gotta sign up.
But I know I was supposed to fill someone else. They reached out to me.
Did you fill out the form online? I did that yesterday.
I think
I'll show
so.
you how to
I'm
do
very
it afterwards.
ADHD that I'm like, I thought I pressed send, but I have so many texts sitting there that like I forget.
After this, we're going online, and I'm gonna make you do it because I know Nana
Katie
at
Brown
the city
even made
is
me
like
send
pushing.
a resume, and I'm all,
Yeah.
I haven't had to make. I don't have a resume.
It's a formality.
I know, but it was great. I was like, okay, this will be fun.
I think I sent my old one from a while ago. I'm like, it's close enough.
Okay, well.
But yeah, I do.
But how do you find the time?
So I started doing it. I mean, half the time it gets voluntold. Like previous employers are like, you should join this. You should join this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And so I would join those groups. And then I'm like, I'm not really getting, I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of it. I'm not making connections.
Are you giving anything?
Like but then it was like, no, you have to put something in. You have to join the smaller groups. And so then that kind of goes on and on. So like I'm in, and I'm so bad lately because I've been, all kinds of stuff going on with my kids and stuff this year. But like I'm in Pinal Partnership, which is where I was at this morning. They have monthly breakfasts, and then they have Valley Partnership, which I like to go to. They have their monthly breakfasts.
Oh my gosh.
But those are just, and I'm not too involved in those ones at this point, but I am in ULI, which ULI, Deb and Jerry, they're pushers. The people that run it, they're definite pushers. They don't even ask. They just say, hey, by the way, you're in this now. So in there, I've kind of gotten voluntold for a lot of things. So I'm in like, I said, I just want to be in the next group. It's like the over 40 group for networking, and we do fun things and tours. And so I was like, yeah, I just want to be in it and reconnect, because I had to drop out for a year because I was doing another board group with Mesa Leadership. And so I like, oh yeah, I'll do that. And they're like, that's great. Can you be one of the co-leaders? I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, whatever. We'll see what happens with time schedules.
Yeah.
So I do that for ULI. And then I also do, we just did the Trends Day, which is amazing. It's a big event. If you're in development in any way, shape or form in Arizona at all, you should definitely go. It's once a year. It's in February, but it's like over 1,000 people, 1,200 people show up. Such a great event. Wow. So we worked on that committee.
Okay. And
then I'm also in the, urban plan. It's where we go and talk to the high schoolers about development.
Okay.
And I think that's all of it. I don't know. I might have been, I'm also on the AIR committee, which is Adaptive Infill and Reuse Committee for ULI. I tell you, they're pushers. Pushers.
So funny.
And then so I go to their conferences and stuff too. And then I'm also on the Arizona Planning Association board. I was the president for a while. I dropped out when I was done. I said, I'm going to let the new people take over. And then they brought me in as treasurer to fill somebody else's spot. And then when that was done, they brought me in for professional development. So now I'm working on professional development committee. It's just.
And a podcast.
And of course the Mesa Historic Board.
Yeah.
Which I was on the planning commission, and now I'm on the board. And I think now I'm being put on the board of adjustment.
Okay.
Is that it? I feel like there's something I'm missing.
I can look at the list. I don't know.
I used to do the AYSO youth. I used to lead that rec soccer.
Oh, really? Yeah.
For a while, which is painful.
Yeah.
But I love it. If there were no parents, it would work perfectly.
Yeah.
My husband and me included sometimes. We're just like, stop getting too involved. Let the kids just experience.
Right. It's so hard not
yelling
at a parent.
I know. I get yelled at for all the stuff I do, especially from my kids. But I feel like it's.
How old are your kids now? My
oldest is a senior.
Okay.
And she's graduating.
So they still need you.
Oh yeah. So then the youngest is in second grade right now.
So how do you have the time?
Thankfully, my husband is helpful with that stuff. And my oldest drives. Major perk. When she leaves, game changer. When she leaves, I am screwed, because then my the next daughter, she gets her license. It's going to take a couple months for her to get. And I'm like, come on. Even though I'm at the stage where I have a 13-year-old as my oldest, and I'm like, I am terrified to ever give you car keys. I was with that with my oldest, and now I'm like, whatever. Now we're like, can you drive us to the bar? Right? Can you pick us up for the Final Four games? We're like, drive us to the bar. We don't want to find parking. I feel like I'm just not a night owl too. So like my son's baseball, even if it's just 9 o'clock, like I'm like, I cannot drive one more time. I know. And my oldest, she plays volleyball, and they have like AM and PM sessions. So sometimes they don't start their groups until like 3 p.m. and they'll go till like 10 o'clock. Oh my God. And I'm like, you drive. I'm like, I'll stay until this time, and then I'm out. I'm sorry. Because I know she's going to go to In-N-Out, go with her friends, see her boyfriend. And I'm like, you can drive yourself home. I'm fine.
Yes.
I'm good.
That's so much. So if there's anything that you would have to dial back, like, do you feel like you're in a good spot? Like you've learned how to balance and or like what to pick, or do you feel like you're
So
treading?
I heard someone else say this once before. There's no such thing as a balance.
Yeah.
It is. It's fake. You're either heavy in one side or heavy in the other, but it's about recognizing that, when to switch it back and forth. I would say definitely when it's those committees that you're on and it's just so much like pulling you into meetings, like those that take you away, especially when you're not near the area. So like the local stuff is great to be on because it's here. But when I have to go to North Phoenix for something, and I'm like in rush hour and then this and you're missing stuff. So those are the times I definitely don't feel guilty saying not going to make it. Sorry.
Yeah.
And just recognizing it and just being like, my mental health deserves not to deal with that. I'm just going to be home at a normal hour, and sometimes it works out great though, because my husband has handled stuff and my daughter's handled stuff and they're out of the house and they're like, we're actually not going to be home for a while. I'm like,
vacation.
On the way home, I'm like, I'm hitting up Sprouts. I'm going to make myself a nice shrimp, dinner and got some wine, got my book. And I'm like, this is so nice.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
I haven't had that happen in a long time.
One day.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm like, you guys are all too busy. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm really big on, the work hard, play hard thing. But I like definitely take, when I want to go on a trip, I go on a trip. You travel a lot, right? I do travel a lot. Okay. I'm like, I'm going to go on a trip. And it just like gets me out of that. So I do like the work trips, but then it used to be, my husband said like was once every 3 years. It's become once every 2 years. Now it's become once every year. A big international trip for me. So this year will be Guatemala.
Fun.
And last year was Dominica. And then before that was Thailand. And so it's like, just getting out of the space and recognizing that I don't need to wait for someone else to go with me or a friend.
Do you go by yourself?
I go with a group,
a
yoga group. Love them. I kind of don't want to push them because they're becoming popular on Instagram and TikTok, and those classes are getting full. So I'd really prefer not to talk about them. But
gatekeeper.
But I love it because I love doing it anyway. It's hot yoga, but the teachers are so great. Like it's all personality. And so I don't. Like at first we went with a friend of mine, and then I got comfortable with the group, and then so I went by myself, and then other times I've had like a friend from college come, and I was like, you don't have to do the yoga, we just go out afterwards and do stuff, and they have it all set up. Oh my gosh. So I go by myself, but I get there by myself, but I don't, when I'm there with people. But I'm getting more confident.
And are you doing like yoga on these trips?
Yeah. So in the morning you do yoga at like 8:00.
Okay.
And then you're done by 9. And then the rest of the day they plan excursions.
Yeah.
And it's all taken care of. I'm like, I just got to show up and get on the bus.
I
feel like those little people with the flags, they know that, but they don't have them. Or like just follow the person with the orange flag goes around,
Yeah.
But it's amazing to just
that is amazing.
Get out. And I don't have to speak. They have it all set up, all their drivers.
So do they pick the trips?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to show up.
Right.
Like, here's my card.
I know. Yeah. Exactly. My husband, I haven't invited my husband to any of these.
Are you serious?
I try to
do a lot of other
they
women?
Do.
Okay.
Or boyfriends or something. I used to try to get him to come. I'm like, no, it's not going to be your thing. He could be a little, judgy.
Yeah.
And of cultures and stuff. He's like, that's weird. I'm like, just enjoy it, embrace it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll taste the weird food or have the weird awkward, it's like, just enjoy it.
Okay.
But there's one coming up I'm probably going to drag him into. So it's in Costa Rica. It's safe. It's safe enough.
Costa Rica's just.
I was like, it's like, yeah.
Nice.
I was like, it's closer. He won't complain.
Right.
Because I've gone on some that were like 30-hour trips to get there, and he would have been like,
What point in your marriage or your like age did you figure out when to, because there's so many of my lady friends that they'll never learn that, I don't think, like where you can be like, I can do something by myself and it's not a fight, or you're not going to have like regrets or hold like something over them. Like, you won't travel with me.
I mean, it's sad, but some of it has to do with, I made the money.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. So it's like, so it's harder if it's like if you're hoping that someone else is, if you're going to be at a stay at home, or if you're waiting on, but just going out to dinner, like I just tell him, like, I'm going out with my friend Erica this Saturday. He's like, I checked the schedule ahead of time, made sure there's no conflicts, you know, with anything. And he's like, okay. And
have you guys always been like that though?
I don't know.
How long have you been married?
Oh, over 20, 21,
okay,
22 years ish. Yeah.
So like
been
all your life.
Yeah. I know, it's so crazy. We've known each other more than half of our lives.
But like, what point is it? That's just how you guys have always functioned, or was there like something that like a monumental change? Or
I think it was like, especially with the first trip I did, it was more. I mean, we used to be call each other as soon as we were off work, driving home. Hey, where are you? What are you doing? What can I do that? Can we do this? And now I just kind of look at the schedule and I see what's going on. And then I think especially after the first trip, I was it was very much more of, this is the only trip you're going to get like this. You only get this once in a lifetime trip. And I'm like, but I'm only like late 30s. Like, why is it a once in, like, no. Yeah. So I think like we were saying earlier, like you get to an age and you're like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, I don't care. I don't
you
care.
You can say it loud and proud.
I don't fucking care. Like it's I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm not gonna do anything detrimental or anything bad or anything. Right. I was like, but I want to enjoy myself, and it's something that I know you won't want to do. So I'm saving you the pain of it. Right. You know, he got mad. There was one time I misinterpreted something, and because he said he hated Disney. He hated going on the family Disney trips. So we were in California and so we're like, okay, well, we're here. So,
you thought he said, I love.
Right. No. So we planned to go to Universal because we hadn't been there in a long time. But so he was leaving halfway through the trip to come back home because we were staying there a long time. Mm-hmm. And so because he told me he didn't like going to Disney all the time. So we went to Universal while he was there. And then when he left, we went to Disney without him. Okay. And he got all butthurt and was like, FOMO? What the heck was that? And I'm like, well, you told me. Yeah. You don't. He's like, well, I like California Adventure. It's not the same. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. I was like, so the next year he went without me. And he took my son. Shut up. I was like, that's perfectly fine. I'm good for it. Like, okay. Yeah.
So that was the FOMO.
It was just, it's just gotten to the point of I'm just going to do. Yeah. And I don't think I've told my parents yet, but like one of the big reasons I travel and I don't care and I don't wait anymore is because I saw my grandparents like not travel and at the very end go on their whatever trip.
And they can barely walk. Yeah.
And I'm seeing the same thing now with my parents who said they always wanted to do this, trip to Hawaii or this or that. And they're not doing it. And so it just aggravated me. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm not waiting because, when is it gonna, you don't, right. Yeah. Right. You have the money or if you have the ability, and especially after these trips, the best part about these trips is it's not pay up front. So it's a deposit and then you get like 6-7 months to pay it. Okay. So
to try to not
try to not be like, oh crap, last minute. Yeah. 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 So I just go and he's kind of just, I've always been strong headed, I guess. So my husband is like, whatever, I guess it's going to happen. Yeah. So it's like when he tries to tell me no more pets, when I was younger and I worked at PetSmart, so that didn't work out so well. So we had acquired.
There's another bunny.
Yeah, exactly. Hamsters multiply faster, I found out.
I didn't know it was a girl.
I know. I'm like, that's definitely a boy, and there we go. So,
oh my God.
So yeah, he says things. And
I need to have him on the podcast so I can just get the other side. Like he's gonna be like, I cry every day.
It's like, there's so many. Well, I have been better. Animals decrease and we're not replacing. Okay. So he's like, okay. Yeah. He's like told me today, he's like, I can't wait for that cat to go. I'm like, I know, she's 17. I know.
Well, and that's hard too to travel when you had so many animals, I'm sure. And someone's got to stay back and watch them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good thing you have him.
I'm like, kids, neighbors.
With the animals that he never wanted.
I know. He says that all the time.
That's so funny. Well, I mean, I think that's awesome that you are doing that because you're still young. And again, like me going through divorce and me having, I don't know why, like I just have so many ranges of friends, like probably like you, just like I've actually been invited to a yoga excursion and I backed out because then I was like, oh, I found something else to put my money towards. But I feel like a lot of people just get stuck and dependent and it's really hard. And I'm seeing my friends and door neighbors that like their husband passes away and they just don't even know they're lost, or their
Yeah.
kid goes to college and they're like, they don't know what they like about themselves or
Yeah.
what they want to do. And you also in marriage and like relationships, you just get this natural dependency, I think, being codependent. And like, so I think that's pretty awesome.
It's hard, especially like with girlfriends and that whole situation. Like I've had to try to reconnect, especially because I grew up back east. You know, all my college friends moved away. And, you know, I have friends that I've made through my kids, but then they've kind of grown apart. And then I've talked to them and I'm like, why are we not like, we should hang out. Like, our kids don't have to be friends. Like,
right.
And so we've started reconnecting that way and
good.
stuff. But it is hard because you just get so used to, you know, I'm like, oh, I need to go do this. Or like with the like horse riding, sometimes I'm like, it's such a hassle to get out there. And, you know, because you have to get everything ready. And then once you're out there, like, that was really nice.
Right.
You know,
It's
or
so
with yoga,
hard.
we used to have yoga and I would be so relaxed. I'm like, this is amazing.
You're like, where
and
do
then I get
go?
home and the kids are yelling. I'm like, you guys totally killed my buzz.
You just took all of the whatever I just did.
I was like glowing in aura and everything. And I'm just like, where's my shoes? Really?
Now I can't even breathe. I'm holding my breath.
Yeah.
That's so hard. I feel like I'm also, though, you were talking about the introvert extrovert thing. Like I always mix it up. Like I'm an extrovert, but I also am very introvert where it's like, I want to host, I'll put something on but I want to then go hide in the kitchen while the party's going on. So it's kind of the same though, where I'm like, I can be very like, when I have a partner, I want to do and be with them all the time. But also like, if I got the opportunity to go do something, like I'd rather be by myself than like, so a lot of times girlfriends will be like, well, we just didn't invite you because we just thought you'd be with your significant other. And I'm like, I'm at home, like finally just relaxing. Like I want to be by myself.
Invite me.
I don't know if it's that stage of life too, where it's just because I am like exhausted from lifing it and like growing a business and things.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't want
exhausting.
to go anywhere
You're
with
managing
anyone.
all the stuff in your head that you have to do. It's hard to turn it off. Yeah. And there's things that he likes to do that I used to like to do, and he's killed those slowly. I'm sorry, Greg. I'm sorry, Greg.
Awesome.
But like he's obsessed with soccer, and he says he's not, but he's obsessed. He's a coach.
Yeah.
And he's good at it. He's coached the kids. He's got his licensing. Like he's doing really well. He now gets paid to coach and all that stuff, and he talks about it, and he's like, and I go to the support stuff. I'm like, I can't do that all the time. I just can't.
It's anything in life. It's like you need not a balance, but like you can't be obsessive over something and or not committed enough, you know, because otherwise it is like, I took a huge, after divorce, like I didn't watch TV and I didn't watch sports because it was just on all the time. And I hate it. It made me hate things. And I was like, now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like relearning how football works. It's fun. And that like, okay, again,
bring joy back.
Don't be obsessive over, like, otherwise we're all going to do the heroin, you know?
Yeah, like our garage, I'm like, I just want to throw so much stuff away. I'm like, oh, look at all that soccer stuff. Like, I want it out. I want to burn it in a fire. And and I feel bad because my kids are still in it. Oh, okay. And they love it. And they're, and, you know, my second oldest, she wants to do it in college. I mean, they're trying and they're good. But it's just the amount of intensity from like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 family members, me included. It's like, I need whatever
this is.
Yeah, like yesterday.
I'm gonna go downward dog this.
I know. I'm like, I'm done. He's like, what? I'm like, I'm going to bed. He's like, we're having dinner. I was like, I'll have a couple bites. I'm done. Like that's where I can't. Yeah. You know, and I feel bad because too sometimes I've done this where I'm going to bed and then he comes in like 30 minutes later. I'm on my phone still. You know, I'm like, oh, sorry, I got caught up in whatever Instagram.
I thought you were sleeping.
I'm like, well, I'm zoning out. I'm zoning out. My brain is completely shut off. Obviously, watching that stuff.
Right. Sometimes that is what it takes. Though you're like, if it's breathing or if it is just zoning out for 10 minutes, I think you learn.
The sitting in the car in the garage or whatever.
Okay, but like I don't know if that's an ADHD thing or like a real estate, like because I live in my car, but usually like they will be like, Mel, when are you getting here? I'm like, I've been in the parking lot for an hour in my car. It's just like because a call and then like I need transition time between whatever I'm doing. And so I just took a call in the car. Now let me just do whatever else like I'm gonna do. So yeah, I get that.
I've heard sometimes it's because also if you work too far away from where or your last destination, you didn't have that long time in between, and so that's why a lot of people will sit. I find myself doing it a lot, especially like after the gym. I'll just because I'm like exhausted.
I do before the gym.
Oh really? Yeah,
and then I'd be like, I ran out of time. I can't go in. I'm serious. No.
Oh, I missed my class.
No,
I'm
I did.
So sorry.
Yeah, no,
oh my bad.
that's why I never could do a class.
I always do the Orange Theory, and they're always penalizing me because you have to sign up in this. That's the only way I can go.
I think it should be illegal to have an ADHD, I don't want to say person, but like tendencies to have any kind of membership. It is mean. Do not make me sign up for one more $70 a month
Like
class.
Where am I at?
And especially if they don't roll over.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I only get the ones that roll over. Well, except for Orange, because I'm like, it's only 8 a month. I'm like, I can do 8 a month. There's 30 days. Like, come on.
I mean, can you?
I barely made it last month. It was like at the last. I'm like, is it today count for last month or this month? They're like, last month. I'm like, yes, I hit them all.
Maybe that's though too. Like you are like, okay, challenger, like need a.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, you don't compete on the treads. Oh, you compete.
You're like, oh, I am dominating.
Quick look over. Like, okay, well, I'm beating her on height or the distance or.
When I used to run, I would start laughing because I would like be on the canal and I'm like, am I racing right now to that person that's on the other side of the canal? I'm like, I can't, like, it's so judgy too. I'm like, that old man cannot beat me.
I'm the worst.
I have to go.
I'm totally going to hell.
And then I'm like, also
awful.
like, how the fuck is he beating me?
I know. I'm judgy, you know, but I mean, it's like me and my oldest, it's super, we're gonna judge.
Oh, you guys should go on a judgy vacation together.
I know.
Like sit on the beach and you're just judging away.
It's so fun. It's like little heartwarming.
You should come here like it is Friday at 5 when we roll up these windows. They're down because
you get to people watch.
Oh my gosh.
It's so fun.
So good.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. And especially when I'm like, I don't have time to go across and like have a drink. So I'll take my break and just watch like the DoorDashers and
I love watching people's conversations and seeing like the animated, and
you're like, are they fighting? Are they on a first date?
Let's put some audio or fakes, with it. It's fun.
We should do that. We should do that for content. Like put fake audio on like people talking
with
on the outside.
With football players, they do that sometimes. They're like, hey, and they put the fake stuff in.
And that was one thing that I enjoyed going back to TV and football. I was like, is there mics on them?
Yeah.
I skipped for a while. I was like, I didn't know they would put mics on. I'm like, that is phenomenal. I was like, this is so, and I was like, why are the coaches like covering up their mouth?
Because lip readers.
Yeah, it's a whole other, it's nice though to like go on I'm so in the world and in it, but also like do that challenge. Go off of something like a TV or a sport, something that was embedded in you.
Yeah.
It is. And then come back, you're like, I'm a different person, and I don't know.
You're like, I'm lighter.
I guess.
I'm less stressed. I got that stress app for my Apple Watch. Oh. It's such a liar.
I want the ring because everyone else has the rings, and it's a challenge. I would feel like you would love that because my friends were like, you haven't met your rings and all the points and
but
things.
Like I just got it. I was told it was weird because I was doing that stress watch thing and I was looking at it and it said smiley face, angry face, whatever. And the first day it was pretty accurate because I was like typing emails and it's like red, and I'm like, what is wrong, But then there was another time it said I was fine and I'm like, oh, I'm totally arguing with my husband right now. I am not fine.
They're like, but this is normal.
Exactly. I think I'm a high functioning anxiety. It's like I'm just constantly, and which is probably bad for your heart, but I'm like high functioning.
But maybe though, like you've trained your heart, like it's stabilized it.
Is that right? Okay. I don't know.
I don't think maybe it is for like other parts of your body, but maybe it doesn't like make your blood pressure go up because it's just used to.
I know my blood pressure is pretty good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's.
I don't even want to know.
I think maybe it's women were high functioning.
Yeah.
Stress people.
I think so. Like if you can have a screaming kid and.
Oh yeah.
And a teenager.
I still can't deal with that. I'm like, he's like, what do you? I'm like, just ignore it. He's like, you can't ignore it. I'm like, yeah, you. Like when I zone you out, same thing.
It's a woman thing because I think men definitely are more sensitive with.
Yeah.
No offense, but do you hear that kid? It's a nightmare.
Like,
yeah.
It's like the only time it kind of gets me is on a plane, but then I understand. I'm like, I've been there. you know, I'm like, yeah, but shut him up.
So besides starting your new venture with working back in an office with people,
Corporate and rules.
I know you're still going to be able to go on your vacation.
Yeah, I always told them, I was like, I take vacation. When I take vacations, I take vacations. This is
Okay.
not a onesie twosie.
Has corporate changed like at all? Like is there like rules with like how much time you can take off? And
So
things?
the
Can you
point ongoing
negotiate
has
that?
unlimited, which I heard is kind of like a thing because then it makes people actually take less than they would, you know? That's why I told them, I was like, just so you know, I do take vacations.
You're like I'm an international.
Yeah, it takes me a couple of days to get there. So
Yeah.
I was like, I sometimes will do, 2 weeks at a time, which I found at one of my other jobs was like the perfect time for a boss to take 2 weeks. Because if you only take a week or so, they can still leave stuff on your desk. 2 weeks is too long. So they have to address the problems before you get back. And then,
Don't teach people these things.
so 2 weeks is the thing. But
Okay.
I think the companies that are more going to be, stay successful, I mean, it's been it's gotten more fluid, in and out of the office and things like that. And so they have to be a little more like, oh yeah, you can work from home sometimes, or the ones and that's the cultures, like if you have a bad culture and you don't have, you have high expectations for something that would happen, how you ran a business in the 80s. I mean, you're going to have a huge transition of people like, I don't have to do this.
Yeah. Pre-COVID.
Unfortunately, I see a lot of the younger kids coming out of college expecting it like right away. And I'm like, no, you got to work and get your legs under you first.
Yeah.
But
what was that like? Because when I think I was on your podcast, you were talking about you had mostly interns, right? Like, is that part of like you're excited for not having to manage people? Or
no, I don't. I like managing people.
Did you grow more? Like, were you trying? You were trying to debate, I think, at that point of like, I need someone, but I don't.
Well, the bigger problem with hiring is that you have to then put the money and they're responsible for their state and federal and all all that stuff. And so that's where it became more like, because I hate when you hire full time, it's like, I always feel like they're dependent upon me. And so I don't want them to be like, hey, guess what? You're gone. And then they have no way to pay for things. Like, I know it's not my responsibility for their lives, but it is.
Yeah.
Right. And that's some companies don't recognize that. Like, these people are living and dying by that, they're paycheck to paycheck, and you're screwing them.
Right.
So that was why it was so important to me to like be ready to hire. And so then I did, and it was good. And then she left because she, I trained her up, and she went to a great, career and job, and we still stay in touch. And and then so then I just kept with the interns, and it was kind of nice to just prepare them, because with me, I had them going to stuff that you typically wouldn't do in an internship. Like, it wasn't sitting at a desk copying.
Right. Yeah.
You're going to public meetings, you're going to hearings, you're talking, you're doing everything.
I think that's the perks of working for such a small private owner, because you are going to do and there might be days where you're like, why am I carrying a mirror for her? I'm doing marketing.
I know. Well, I felt bad today. I had my intern. I was like, hey, the water guy's going to be kind of between 2 and 6. So I don't have too much for you to do, but I need you to sit and wait for this guy to come in and pick it up.
Yeah. I mean, if that's like the hardest thing, that like I would do that all day long.
I was like, for $20 an hour, sure.
Like, I think that there's a lot more opportunity given, in my opinion, like to make your own position if you're like, yes, I will do that.
Right. And you can do different
things. Which is hard to find these days. Yeah.
So I typically, and then on top of that with interning, I didn't have the ability to like give benefits, so that was always an issue. So everybody stayed about 1 to 2 years usually, and then they were primed to go somewhere else, and I would usually help them find something.
And most of them were in college?
Yeah, they were in college or had just graduated. So I mean, and they've all gotten jobs right away and been successful, so good. I'm pretty proud of that.
That's awesome. A stepping stone.
I know.
So you won't have to, at this new location corporation have like an intern or assistant, or
they might for the company, but they'll have full time, which is nice, because then you like, for certain things as an individual, like my interns can do things, right? But there's some things I'm like, I need you a little higher, but I couldn't pay for the higher level. I know, like there's someone when I first hired her as another company, I call her my unicorn. If she's listening, she knows who she is. But like I could never have hired her because I knew her worth and I wasn't going to pay her for less than that. And so she's, you know, at the city and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like, you know, you want to get them to where they're doing this. And then it's kind of stings with just interns, because then there's things I can't be like, hey, can you run a hearing for me?
Yeah.
Or can you run this? I can't, you know.
Right.
So I was constantly calling in friends that are in the field.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, can I have you consult for like 2 hours while I'm
Right.
out of town? Like I was in Thailand on vacation, and I'm getting calls because a hearing's going sideways. I'm like, crap.
Oh, no.
I'm like 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
But it's just hard when you're just relying on yourself.
Yeah.
And then on some of those things, and then the other big problem we were having with the billing we were talking about is that when you're a single firm and a client demands of you a lot for a month, then you can only bill that client, right? So that's that whole month. Most of that month is taken up by one client. So you can't bill anybody else. And if that one client takes too long to pay, then you're like, hello, please, you know. So that's because we had a bunch of projects where that was happening.
Why can't you bill another client at the same time? You're not working on more than one.
Because I wasn't working on their other stuff. So it's like if someone's saying this has to be done this time, like, great, I'll do that.
So you put this job first before others.
And it's a juggling thing. It's this difference between the public sector and the private sector.
Okay.
You know, the private sector, you're juggling, you know, we had one time 30 some odd projects at the same time. And so you're like, hey, which is the fire?
Yeah.
What fire today? Who needs this? And then
know.
you think it's this. You write in the beginning of the week what your fires are, and then you're like, nope, that one changed to this one, and that one's a new one, and it's just constantly mentally rearranging in your head. So we have a giant whiteboard with project statuses and all kinds of stuff in our office, and sometimes still it's not even up to date. Yeah. And my interns will usually be like, how do you keep this in your head? I'm like, I was like, it's just there. And the whiteboard is really just so I don't forget about a project, because sometimes a project will slow down or die for a little bit.
Right.
And then you're like, oh,
that's what I use
forgot.
Asana for my workflow.
I'm like, where I forgot. I totally had that project. Crap, let's do it right now.
Yeah. You're like, oh, yep, gonna get that over
totally
to you
done.
tomorrow.
Already done. Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Exactly.
You broke ground already?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my favorite right now.
I'm like, well, I had one guy at the city call me. He's like, do you have your PowerPoint ready for the hearing? I'm like, and I was I couldn't get I'm like, no, and I'm not going to get you one. I was like, there's no way I can do that in the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, and then it didn't even occur to me, like, until like yesterday. I was like, I emailed him back. I'm like, that hearing is not for 3 weeks.
Oh.
And he's like, oh yeah, wrong project. I'm like, okay.
You're like, you were about
but
to make me.
Yeah, but thank you for reminding me. I have to do a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. So for when you go to this new place, I don't know if you like want to name them or whatever.
It's RVI.
Okay.
So they're a subsidiary of Atwell. So they do landscape planning, regional planning. They do a lot of cool fun projects.
Yeah.
So
and they're letting you bring on your already projects.
Oh yeah, they're like, yes, please bring them.
Okay.
They're very excited.
So is this something though where they're going to be bringing in the work for you, or they like also people can reach out to you? And who are the people that you're like your ideal client that you would want to reach out to you?
Nice. Very nice. So yeah, I have a bunch of clients that I'll be bringing. They'll have some that they'll, actually it's interesting because we have some of the same clients. We didn't realize it. And we're like, wait a minute, that's your client? Wait, that's your client? But we work in different jurisdictions. And so I was handling Pinal County. They were handling Maricopa County. I'm like, perfect, done.
Yeah.
But I'll be also going out looking for work, especially on the public sector. Like I mentioned, you have to go out and do proposals. So I go on the networking and events and things like that. So I love writing codes. I know probably a lot of people are like, what? I'm a nerd. I love code. It's black and white. Makes sense to me anyway.
You're an alien.
I know. So I do code, general plans. I love doing public outreach. So sometimes I do public outreach for clients that are having issues. I'll pitch it in hearings that are kind of going sideways for architects or engineers. A lot of times architects and engineers, like there's one I'm going to be doing in like Pinal County, Eloy coming up. And they're like, oh, we got it. It seems straightforward. I was like, yeah. And then you get the neighbors. Or you get a council member or somebody who's like, I heard this one article. I'm like, oh, okay, you're hearing things on Nextdoor or bad ideas that aren't true. We have no, there's no water or thing, all that stuff.
Right.
And so I usually go in and try to help that out. explain it in a different way, because usually engineers and architects don't explain it in layman's terms.
In a neighborly way.
Yeah. So I do a lot of, that's kind of like more my specialty. Like I'm doing stuff in Wickenburg right now.
Okay.
And they're very equestrian, horse friendly, all the rural stuff. And so I'm rewriting it to be friendlier to their community. The neighbors were very upset. There were like 200 people kind of yelling at me. And I'm like, no, I swear. I'm coming in to fix it. And so the next meeting, we only had like 20 people because everybody was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You know?
That's awesome.
So it's just about explaining things the correct way.
But who hires you to do that?
So the city hired me on that
city.
one.
Okay.
The other one that we had a conflict with where it was first denied, an attorney actually hired me because attorneys, they have certain jurisdictions that they're really good in, and then other ones that they're like, it's like, and when you get into rural communities, you really have to know the community. You can't just wing it, because there's things that they'll be triggered by.
Yep.
You know, they don't want to see somebody come in and show up in their Porsche and Rolex. They really do not like the out-of-towners. I mean, I have a horse, and I kept getting there in a lot of rural places, and they keep saying, "Oh, you out-of-towner." I'm like, yeah, but I worked in rural. I understand the issues. Right. So, I work for developers, the cities and jurisdictions, council. You know, I've actually done, what's it called? I can't even think of what it's called. I go in and, I can't even think of what the word is right now. From an attorney, I know. Attorneys have hired me, and a client hired me to be their expert witness in lawsuits. I know, it's very awesome. Okay, I'm an expert witness.
Put that on your resume.
I know. But yeah, it's like if I don't know something, I'm not going to say, well, I'll find out. But what I do know, I mean, I've known it through so many years of experience and seeing it from different sides. But yeah, I even work for even the local, like I said, I was at somebody's house in North Phoenix today, looking at their garage
So
addition.
it could just be like a bystander, Joe Schmo me.
Yeah, like something, the city's giving you a problem. Like I'm not encouraging this because they are difficult and time consuming and never usually make any money, but code violations, when cities send you stuff, they, like Maricopa County loves to send them to me and say, hey, can you help this person make their site legal? Okay. So a lot of asking for forgiveness type stuff. Yeah. Okay. But So I like the bigger projects.
Oh, you do?
Bigger projects, because they're the same amount of work, but the size. But it's interesting. The smaller the project, the more difficult it is. The bigger the project, the easier it is. Typically.
I get that. So no, I fully understand that. That's like in design, it's like you sometimes want to pick the smaller ones because you feel like this will be quicker, or
it's like painting a bathroom. It should be easier, right? No,
like just going to be furniture plan and decor, and we don't have to go. But then sometimes it's the worst, and it ends up being like where you lose money and all the things. Yeah. So just because it's smaller doesn't mean that it's not. It's going to be easier. I get that for sure. What is your big plan, like in the next 5 years? Now that you're like going in the same direction, but a new change, to what is your goal with work and or momming it and all the things?
I want to relax. I want to chill the F out.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you.
So, it's going to take some relief off of that. Yeah. In 5 years, my oldest will be done college. My other one will be in the middle of college. And I think maybe I'll have actually all three girls in college or something. But it'll just have, on top of that, it'll be like, okay, I'm not running around at 9 o'clock getting a poster board for a class, and hustling and doing all this stuff. And then I can get back to the fun stuff of my job, because I've been doing so much of the work with it, like the marketing, the going out, the networking, the seeing people I haven't seen in a while, and going and making those connections again. So I'm really excited for that, which will make everything calmer in theory again. Always in theory, and then COVID happens or something. I don't know. Right. But yeah, it's just going to be, I have plans in place. We're going to take care of, bills be done, bills be taken care of. Don't have to worry about, can I pay myself, this week or something? Yeah. And having insurance will be amazing. Have it, but right now it's crappy. So I'm excited about real insurance. Yeah. And just having,
Sounds like it's going to take a lot off.
It'll be so nice.
Yeah, I like it. More yoga-ing. Is that a word?
I know. I'll be like, now it's going to be twice a year.
Yes. Oh my gosh, your husband's going to kill you.
I know. He's going to be like, what? I try to convince him to go. I have to go to Detroit later this month. I'm trying to convince him to go for a weekend with me. And he's like,
oh, thanks for the trip to Detroit.
But he's from Detroit. So he's like, oh, that'd be so cool. I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, I got soccer. I'm like, of course you do. Of course you do. I was like, I offered. Soccer tryouts, club tryouts. It's a big deal, I guess.
Club. I can't take it. So if you were going to give I know you're gatekeeping some things, but if you didn't have to gatekeep in the East Valley or Mesa, since you're living in Mesa and you've worked a lot there, where is somewhere that like you think that someone needs to either go do like a trail, a hike, your favorite restaurant? What's a gem that you would like to share?
Well, everybody, it's gotten out there now because of Instagram. So Board and Batten, everybody knows about that now. It's pretty fun.
I'm still surprised though when I say it, when like people are like that live right here. I'm like,
yeah.
You've never heard of Board and Batten? I have to
Board
drive by it for baseball every night.
I am a little frustrated with it. I need to maybe just drink more wine, go to the wine pairings, but because they changed the menu, so there's stuff that I like on the menu, and then when I go, it's gone.
What I don't like is that like they're not open enough.
Yes,
and that it's booked. Like that, I'm like, but it's empty in here. They're like, sorry, we have 6 o'clock. I'm like, but it's 4.
Yeah. I was like, I just want to drink.
Yeah. Can I go to the bar?
Can I just?
But
get
it's
some
so
good
good, right?
It is good, and I like the setting. It doesn't feel like you're in Arizona. It's very nice.
It's very cute.
So that's always a good one. And then my kids and I, we just love Twisters. They have downtown now.
They just don't talk to me. I can't fit into my pants.
I'm
in a big fat pants right now because we've been walking to
You got to put your own toppings. It's okay. And so I'm like, I put the toppings on the bottom. Oh. And then I'm a layerer. I have to. Can't get to the bottom one. And sometimes like where they just put like 2 sprinkles on. What the heck is that?
I pocket. So I do the Dole Whip, which I do dairy free to make myself feel like it's somewhat healthy. Yeah. I do the Dole Whip and or coconut, and then I pocket candy. So I do like in a corner, I leave space for M&Ms, and then I do a pocket of my cone or gummy bears. So then I dip.
Oh, that's so interesting. I love everybody's got their little way of how they like
I
do
picture it like a plate, but it's a layered plate. I don't know.
I love that. You need to walk the streets. How do you froyo? Yes. How do you do this?
We did do a On the Streets podcast the other week, and we picked the hottest day of Arizona. And so not a lot of people outside, but we gathered them. So we did a full podcast of just like 8-minute interviews.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So we have plans to do On the Streets. They wanted to make me have you do a reel today on the streets. And I was all, I don't know. Like it might be a lot of us. Like they're like, well, how do you think Jessica would be up to like chasing down a car or whatever they were saying? I was all, I don't know. There's a lot going on today. Let's just do a quick dance in the corner or something.
That works.
Yeah,
that works.
It worked.
Yeah. Well, and then I don't know. I haven't done Pop Stroke yet.
I
got a gift card.
And a new one is coming.
Where?
But I think it's Gilbert.
It's closer.
It's they're doing a Pop Stroke because is that Pop Stroke the
it's like a mini
woods?
Golf.
What's his name?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, is it his?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Is it his spot?
All the recent stuff. Oh my gosh.
It's been a day. Oh. It's the end of a Friday. We should be having actually wine people watching right now.
I just sit there and like, you think she's hot? Like she's got sweaty.
Do you want to go out on the street? I got my pink microphone.
You're like this. Or we always do the native, non-native. Tourists.
Yes.
Tourists. Yeah. You know, they're dying. When I go hiking, that's what I see all the time. The people out there. I'm like, what are you doing?
You're on Camelback with flip flops.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I go by Usury and they're like, they have all kinds of stuff. It kills me when their baby's just bundled up so much. I'm like, your child is going to die of heat stroke. Like, it's insane.
You're like, why are you out
And
here?
none of these trails are less than 30 minutes to an hour. So I don't know what
Unless
you're
you
doing.
do, when I started running, I was doing the around Usury, and that's 8.5 miles.
You ran 8.5 miles.
I know.
Why?
I can't even do.
I would say you run
I wouldn't even
from
be able to
things.
even run across my office right now. Believe me. But because it's the most beautiful trail running hike, whatever. I started walking it, and then I was like, oh, this feels fun. Let me try to jog.
You get the push.
I like going down, and then I'd go up, and then down. I'm like, I'll keep going.
Gravity. Yeah.
And then music, and I just kept going.
Yeah.
I should do that again.
Well, I guess I don't know if anyone said it's a great hike everyone should do, but if you think you're a hiker, do Flatiron and die.
You
It's
should
a scramble.
know
It's not a
that
hike.
you're a hiker.
It's not a
It's
hike.
not easy.
It's a scramble.
And it's superstition, and it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
The
People
most
are
beautiful.
crazy. They do it like up and down.
Let's see. We're in April. So if you've never done it before and you don't know if you're a hiker,
Don't do it.
go in October, November. And
Not maybe because October's still 100 sometimes.
I know. Go.
I went to REI, and even them, I was asking for advice, and they're like, "Has anybody done it?" Nobody.
Yeah.
In REI.
Yeah.
I was like,
no.
They finally found
it's one
someone.
of the hardest hikes in Arizona, right?
You need like gloves because it's sharp rocks.
But I do gloves with Camelback to like.
Oh yeah, for
'cause
sure.
if you're not tall, like, and it makes it so much easier, and then you get an upper body workout and like pushing your hands and pulling up the pole.
That's such a lie. Ever been when tourists? They're like, tourists come in and just do Camelback. It's easy. I'm like,
we've talked about this. Yeah,
I'm gonna die.
You're gonna either get stung by a bee and get on the news because you're being hauled off, or heat stroke, or you didn't wear the right shoes and a heat stroke.
Yeah.
So just don't.
You have to start
do it.
so early.
Yeah, don't do it.
I did it once, and I got up there, and on the way back, went to Breakfast Club. I ate one of those huge French toast loaded.
Yeah.
Ate the whole thing. It was amazing.
Sounds delicious.
I know. That's another one. Breakfast Club.
That is
They
a
need
good one.
to come.
That's a famous.
But that's not in the not East Side. So
But
much.
I mean, it's Arizona.
They need a Breakfast Club in downtown Mesa.
They need a breakfast.
They do need, and they need it after 8:00. Okay.
Oh, 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
I've gone to some shows and I've tried to get let's go get drinks afterwards. And you're like, it's 8:30. We're closing. I'm like, are you serious?
Phantom is open till like 10. Chupa's open till 2.
Oh.
Level 1 is open till 2.
We didn't.
Pedal House is open till 10. And they usually either have a food
But on
truck
a
or
Sunday?
food.
Probably not
Sundays, no. But Sundays, they're open at least till 10 somewhere.
So we go to a lot of the comedy shows down here at the Mesa Arts.
Yeah.
And
I
they're
haven't gone
fun.
there
They're
yet.
like Sundays.
Yeah.
But they're hysterical.
Okay, I'll have
Love
to try
it.
that. Thank you so much for coming and
Yeah.
like hanging
Fun
out.
as always.
Thank you. And too bad
Congrats.
we didn't get to do shots and our donuts, and we're so professional.
Are those
but-
Hertz or were those?
No, they're Outcast.
Oh, okay.
So that's who you met.
Okay.
They're just right next to Rebel downtown Mesa.
I see Lucky Charms on there with Fruity Pebbles.
They're cronuts.
Oh my God.
They're like your chicken one. And
Croissant
then
donuts.
go get their holes, their donut holes, their cronut holes or whatever. It's like you'll put
Sounds
them
like
in
a
your
bad thing.
no, yeah, but so good. Like next time your husband's not home and your kids aren't home, go stop there.
You're like, I'm going to cronut hole.
Well, cheers, my water. Thanks for coming on, Jessica. So
you.
good seeing you. Thanks, guys. Join us next time. Bye.
Hi.
Thanks for tuning in to All the Things Real. If today connected with you, can you please share, subscribe, or leave me a review? It means a lot. I'm Melissa, and I'm signing off from the East Valley. In the meantime, let's explore all the things. This podcast was produced by Connor Greenwall, and the music Skyline Funk was by Alexander M. Thomas. I hope to see you guys next week, and I hope you also enjoyed this episode. Bye, guys.